This is a tutorial video on how to use your My HRW account to complete your math assignments during the remote learning time. So when you start off, you are signed into your My HRW account, and we're going to focus on math today. And as we can see at the bottom here, we have one assignment. It's a Module 9, Section 1, Properties of Translation, and it's the interactive student lesson. So when you are in our online class over Zoom with me, you're going to go through most of this together, but here's where you need to access it on your own so that way your score can be recorded. So you're going to start with the Start button, and it's going to load a program that should be familiar to you. We have used this before, but as a class, we're going to go through by watching the video and continue through the different sections, answering the questions that they prompt us and doing the practice until we get to the first personal math trainer option, and in this case it's the orange whistle, and you're going to click on the orange whistle and up will pop a small, maybe 1, 2, possibly 3 question, and this one is elaborate. So this is like the first one, elaborate, and you would answer the question. So translations preserve. Let's say I were to say shape. That's not the correct answer, but when I say check answer, it's going to ask me to try it again. So I can continue to try until I do get the correct answer. And when I do, when I check my answer, it will say well done. And then I will also see, when I move to the next question, a green check mark. That means I've gotten full credit for that question. There's really no reason why you shouldn't have all green check marks, even if you don't fully understand it. On problems that you can use more assistance on, they give you an option to view an example, they give you an option to show a step-by-step, and sometimes they'll even give you a video where there is a professor who is teaching you the process again. So as I go through this and I'm trying to do my questions, and when I get them all correct, it says well done, and you'll notice there's no next button, so I have completed all the questions and it's time to turn it in. Now if for whatever reason you needed to stop partway through and come back to it, you would click save and close, and you can always return, but in this case there's only 2 problems, and so you would turn it in when you're done. Great. You have now turned it in. It sent it back to where you were, and that was the elaborate. And now we need to move on to the evaluate. So this one is a longer assignment, and this is what your homework is going to be. So you're going to click on the whistle, and up will pop more questions than we had done previously, and these you will have to do on your own. Same system as before. You try to answer the question. If you find that it's wrong, it will tell you, and it will even give you kind of hints and guide you to the correct answer. And you know that you've gotten the correct answer because you will have the little green check mark at the top. Just like before, there's really no reason to get anything but check marks here, because as I'll show you here in a minute when we have a more challenging problem, even if, let's say, you know, I'm trying to do the problem here and I think that this is the right answer, and so I am graphing the different sides and I'm going to say check my answer. It tells me that it's wrong. Well, there's many things I can do. I can view an example. So the problem that it just gave me, it has solved it for me below, explaining step by step how it got there. I can also say a video tutor, and this is actually a professor who will explain how to do the problem. So this is always a great resource to use as well, and you can just try another problem until you get that green check mark. These have more than just the 1, 2, maybe 3 problems, so this may be a time where you feel like you need to take a break, work on something else, and come back. If you want to do that, that is fine. You would press save and close. And I can even close out of this window and return back to my main page. And if you notice, I now have 1 assignment completed. That was the elaborate, the 2 question one that we did, and I got 100% on it, which is great. But I can still resume the assignment that we paused. So let's say I've come back now. If I want to, I can go through this program, or I can just skip to the very end and jump back in where I left off. And as you can see, the 2 problems that we solved before are still solved. Now you're going to continue through all of these until you get the green check marks, and once you're done, you're going to press turn it in. Notice I tried to press turn it in before I was done, and it's double checking to make sure I am aware of the fact that I have not finished all these problems. You will finish all the problems, but for the sake of this video and time, I'm going to say yes, I am finished. You can go ahead and grade it as it is. Now that I'm done, I can close out this window, and as it updates, I now have 2 graded assignments. The first one, which is the elaborate, is the quicker one that we did at the beginning, and notice I got 100% because I got both problems correct. And the second one is the evaluate. This is our homework. It's the longer assignment, and as you can see, I only got 22%, but that's because I only answered 2 of the 9 questions. You should really be striving to get 100% on all these assignments because it explains how to solve them and gives you another unlimited chances. 100% are what you should be going for here. Because I have no more assignments down here, I know I'm done for the day, but if, let's say, I was making up older work or there were multiple things that had been assigned to me by my teacher, they would all be right here. Now, let's say during this process, I felt like I needed some more resources. I needed another video. I needed something else to help me. In your Google Classroom, there is going to be an assignment that matches this. And so as I can see here, it's been dropped down on the stream because it was the newest thing posted by the teacher, but I can also go to my classwork and see I have an assignment here and it's due tomorrow by midnight. And it's the 9.1 Interactive Student Edition, which is the same as the assignment I was doing right here, 9.1. And when I click on this, my teacher has reminded me that my assignment for today is to complete both the Personal Math Trainer, Elaborate, and the homework, Evaluate, from the Student Interactive Edition on my HRW, which we have already done. And but if I was still in the process, I could see my teacher here. She posted a video from Khan Academy that would really help me with my assignment. So that would be another good resource to add. I have completed both of these assignments, and for the sake of this video, I'm happy with these grades. And so what I would do to let my teacher know that I am done is I would say mark as done. This is basically telling my teacher I'm done. Now, I know that I didn't attach any work. What I could have done if I really wanted to was I could screenshot this page, either just a little section of it or the whole window, and actually upload it. So for a Chromebook, if that's what you're using, there is a way to quickly take a screenshot of your entire page, and that is by holding both the control button and then this button, which is a capture all button. And when you do that, in the bottom right hand corner, this window will pop up that says a screenshot was taken. After your screenshot is taken, you can upload that screenshot as your work. So for example, I'm going to say add, and I'm going to add a file, which I'm going to use, which is my screenshot basically. And mine downloads on my desktop, and here's my capture right here. And so when I open it, I have basically attached a picture of my grade on my side of the account. That way there's absolutely no confusion between the grade that I got and the grade that's going to go into my grade book. So now I've done both the elaborate and the evaluate, and I've uploaded the picture showing my grade, although my teacher can see both of these. And now that I'm done, I can just simply press turn in. Yes, I would like my attachment to be added so my teacher can see what I see. I'm going to turn it in, and it's now states as turned in. So I know I am all done with this assignment, so I can close this out, and I have done both of these, so I'm done here as well.